clearly, things like this rock our faith in institutions and our faith in the media, I think. But how much do you think the mainstream media themselves are responsible for those plummeting of levels of trust across society, not just in the media itself?
I think a democracy requires a common set of facts, a common set of values, and a common reality. And I think one of the sort of tragedies of the past, certainly since COVID, but I think you could go even deeper beyond that, is that, when we were growing up, we're, I think, all around the same age, when you would hear experts say this, you basically thought, I can trust that. And then came a moment, of course, where the experts were saying all kinds of things. Let's just say during the COVID lockdowns, there was a very storied group of doctors here in America that basically said, you can't gather together in your churches or your synagogues or your mosques, but there's an exception if you're marching against racism because racism is a public health catastrophe. So which is it? Right? And how can we trust public health experts that clearly became politicized in that certain way? And you can kind of go down the line. And so now we are living in the aftermath of that. And everyone has their moments, right? Of when they sort of lost trust or felt like the expert class, the elite class, the sense-making class, or these institutions broke their trust. I think the question that those of us who believe that a democracy requires institutional trust and institutions deserving of your trust, right? Like, I think one of the things that's happened is people are like, there's a crisis of trust, there's a crisis of trust, and that's how it's talked about. It's like, no, there's a crisis of trustworthiness. You should not trust something that's not worthy of your trust. How can we build things that are worthy of trust again? And, if I sort of, what is sort of like the theme of the work we're trying to do at the Free Press, and maybe the work even beyond the Free Press that I'm trying to do in the world? It's trying to see if sort of after that shattering, it's possible to rebuild institutions worthy of our trust once again.